Hey guys, Keesha here, and I am here to talk to you guys. I'm sure you guys can tell by the title of this video exactly what I will be discussing. I had planned on doing this video a while ago, but obviously I had other things going on and I was really caught up with stuff. And like I said, I absolutely needed to take a vacation from all of the negativity and toxic stuff going on in my life, on this channel, just everything overall. And now that I'm back, I am better than ever, you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the 2 vlogs that I posted while I was in Vegas, and I was literally living my best life. I had the time of my life, you guys, and like I said, I just absolutely needed that time away from everything to just be distracted, regroup, refocus, and just make some critical decisions for myself and just my future and all of that. So I am here to kind of sort of go over a few things that will be changing for the future of this channel. And first things first is obviously, like you guys saw, the channel name. So I changed the name of the channel back to my name, and I'm gonna go into little details about that and just a few other things, you guys. So I'm pretty sure all you guys' questions will be answered by the end of the video, and then we can just move forward from everything that is stated. So first things first, I definitely want to take the opportunity to thank all of my subscribers who have been here from the very beginning, from my college days at Spelman, nannying days, just all of that, you guys, from all the craziness, the highs and the lows of this platform. I am at 500,000+ subscribers, you guys. I did this pretty much on my own. Of course, I've had collaborations and shout outs and things like that, but I literally worked my ass off. Like, I'm that type of person where if I have a vision for something, or if I see somebody else is able to do it, then I know I can do it too. Like, I don't really care about, oh, there's like a 1% success rate of such and such. Like, I feel like if I see someone else succeeding, I can succeed. So I'm a real go-getter, and as you guys saw from the very beginning, I started like everybody else at ground zero with absolutely no subscribers, and I literally was my own motivation. I posted myself heavily in the beginning. I promoted myself. Like, I worked my ass off. I didn't really know what direction of my channel I wanted to go in, because back in the day, like when I started 2015, I guess, like a lot of people were into the DIYs and all the other stuff that I was doing on my channel, and I really did not like those type of videos. It wasn't me. It didn't feel natural creating that content. People were gravitating towards it. Oh, you guys, it is kind of late. It's been a long day, so just don't mind my makeup. I'll probably look crazy, but yeah, anyways, yeah, like, it didn't feel natural for me to do that. And within like a few, I think I started my channel in like June or July of the year I started, and I did Vlogmas that December. And when I started Vlogmas, I was very personal, and I opened up a lot on my platform to everyone about everything that I was going through. You guys know I talked about my abusive relationships. I talked about just everything, a little of everything. I was very raw. I was very real, but I was very different. A lot of people were not used to that on YouTube, so I did get judged heavily for that, but I don't regret it, because it got me to where I am now. I took the good with the bad with the good, and I grew my channel. So people started gravitating towards me. A lot of people loved me for who I was becoming, and I really appreciated that. And then I did like a viral video when I was my senior year, I believe, about my skin peeling or something like that, and I got to 100K, and then the rest is, you know, history. So needless to say, like, I feel like I have did a lot of hard work and put in a lot of hard work to the success of my channel for where it is today, and I take full accountability for all decisions that have been made on my channel, because regardless of what the name is on the channel still has been, you know, technically my channel. If you guys don't know how YouTube works, only one person can be an actual owner of the YouTube channel. And then however you work out the technical stuff in the background is just however you do that. But yeah, so like I said, I take accountability for every decision that I made. Some good decisions, some bad decisions, and it is what it is. We already know, like, I started this when I was like 20. I'm 26 and I'm about to be 27. So you guys have seen like the peak of my life. Like, you guys know, like, the early 20s is when you're really learning yourself, making your biggest mistakes, growing, evolving, changing, and just understanding life. And I did that for the last however many years, since 2015 to now, in front of the world. And it got to a point where I was religiously vlogging. So I was letting people into my life to a point where people started to feel as though like they could dictate my life or make decisions, or like they really knew me, or they really knew what was going on. And like I said, it's my fault, because, you know, I didn't really have any like cut off boundaries when it came to that. Like, I just felt like, you know, this is something I enjoy doing, and it is what it is. So I just kept doing it after a point. Even when I was going through things, even when I should have taken a break. That's just how I've been by nature, on and off YouTube. I've always been that way. Like, when the going gets tough type of quote you guys have heard before, when the going gets tough, I do not check out, you guys. I will literally push myself and push myself and push myself to a point where it's kind of like, now I'm at my breaking point. So that's just like, it was even harder to have to deal with that, because a lot of people say, oh, the negativity is, you know, what comes with the territory. I know it's not, I know it wasn't just me being sensitive, but I've always just taken it and decided, you know what, there's always way more good than bad, even if the bad was extremely bad. You guys know some of the extremes people have tried to go to just to hurt me, or to rub me the wrong way, or I don't even know really what people's intentions are. But you guys have heard about a lot of things, and I don't really want to elaborate about all of that, because I'm kind of like moving on from that, as you guys are going to hear later on in this video. But yeah, so over the years I've just endured a lot. And, you know, obviously we're going to fast forward to Jeremy entering into YouTube territory. Obviously, you guys know Jeremy came on the platform fairly quickly, before we were actually even in a committed relationship. And like I said, I take accountability for how things have happened on my channel for you guys. But once Jeremy came onto the platform, I noticed that it was a lot of controversy. Obviously, that was going to be apparent, because I had just got out of a relationship with the complete opposite sex. So people were confused, and it was just new to everybody. It was a channel change. It was a, you know, big change for people to accept me and, you know, understand my raw, my real. And, you know, a lot of people wouldn't have been able to openly tell their audience, you know, something so big. I've even seen other people with larger followers who couldn't tell people, like, their platform the opposite, like, oh, like, I'm bisexual, oh, I'm gay, or whatever it is, because it's kind of such an extreme change. And some people aren't comfortable with different. Once you see somebody and accept somebody for what they are, you kind of don't want to see them in a different light. It's just kind of like how parents don't want to see like their young kids grow up, type of thing. So I kind of understood it. However, you know, I really liked him, so we were vibing. He was there to remain. We was hanging out. So I kind of sort of just put that out for the world to see, and our whole relationship from that point on has grown publicly. Obviously, like I said, I vlog a lot, so it grown publicly. And by the time we were, you know, in a committed relationship and blah blah blah, you know, if you guys read the book, you kind of sort of understand a little bit more about that. But that was kind of the purpose of the book as well, for you guys to kind of understand us behind the scenes type of thing. But yeah, so everything had been good to a certain extent for the most part. But what I did notice is it was a certain level of intrusiveness when it came to our relationship. But like I said, I kind of sort of knew, like, well, the good always outweighs the bad. Now fast forward again, maybe like a year ago, or probably over a year ago at this point, I started to notice a huge shift and change in my content myself. Like I realized I was not as happy making content, so my content started to fall short of my own expectations. However, I still had my true supporters, my riders from day one, or whatever day you decided to come and join the channel, showing up every day at 8 a.m. watching my videos. So I got very complacent. I got very lazy with my content. I got, you know, I just, you know, it wasn't as exciting for me as it used to be when I had first started. Like, I used to want to turn it up a notch with every video. Like, I had a desire to be better and always execute in my performance, because that's just how I am. And I gotta admit, like, at a certain point I was like, hitting rock bottom with my content, because it was kind of like I was just putting out anything, and by anything that kind of sort of would hurt my personal, because if you're not intentionally making content, then it's kind of like the only thing that you're putting out is just your real life to an extent. So it gives people way more leeway to try to have opinions about things that shouldn't even be a platform discussion, if you will. So, and vloggers have to understand that there's a thin line between being a vlogger and being an open book for the world to come in and critique every single move you make and every single decision, because that's not actually healthy. So like I said, it got to a point where I kind of fell off. I got to take accountability. I was not really happy, and it was really just like all the negativity and me dealing with the stuff I was dealing with on the back burner. I'm like, okay, people are doing this, people are doing this, okay, people are doing this, people are doing that. It's like, why should I go above and beyond and make content if people are really trying to do things to sabotage me as a person, as a brand? And it's just, people are just taking it too far. So I kind of got in my feelings about it a little bit, and instead of me, you know, regrouping and being the boss that I am, that I've always been, I kind of sort of let it get to me, and I disappointed myself by just letting the negative be my deciding factors for how I was going to dictate my channel. And you know, I want to be able to take the time to apologize for people who have been watching me and kind of understood that shift or understood that change, and was kind of like, what's going on here? I'm still show up and watch, but I'm just a little confused, or what's going on? And it's just kind of like all over the place type of thing. And like I said, dating Jeremy, it just started to be so much controversy about this or that. Never anything about me doing anything, never anything personally, like I said something, I did something, I was caught doing blah blah blah, I was here when I was supposed to be there. Never anything personally about me. It was a lot of stuff about him, and even if it was stuff that he didn't do, it was just always theories, or you know, trying to figure out something, or you know, let's just make a video about this, let's talk about that. And I didn't really realize it until like maybe a month ago, when I was like, look, I don't think I'm doing YouTube anymore. Like, I'm about to get my exit card, because this is not gonna work for me. I don't do good under stress, I don't do good under pressure. And like I said, if you don't have healthy boundaries with yourself, you will hit rock bottom and you will tap out. Like, it's inevitable. Like, there's no way around it. And it'll either happen gracefully, or you will just plummet and it'll be over with. So for me, and this is just me being real candid with you guys, but because there's no script for this video, this is gonna be my time to really just express how I feel, because I know you guys are on a high from seeing my last few videos, and I really appreciate all the support. But this is where we just all sit down and we talk, and we gather at the table, and we start seeing eye to eye about a lot of things, because I just had some growing up to do. And as I enter into my 27th year of life, there is just a way that I want to live for myself, and there's a certain level of peace that I want to be able to feel in my household, with my career, and everywhere, with my friendships, my relationship. I want to feel peace. I don't want to, especially me being an entrepreneur, that means I choose and I dictate the level of stress that I can be under. Obviously there's good stress and then there's bad stress, and I feel like the amount of stress that I was undergoing was all bad stress. Like, it was not any positive stress. Positive stress is like, I'm killing it on the internet, like I'm kicking ass and taking names and editing all this dope ass content, I'm working with all these brands, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm being the boss that I've always been. That's good stress, when I'm just like, okay, I got all these deadlines, I got this, I got that. Now obviously, like, I'm still working with brands and kicking ass, but I'm not kicking ass high enough, and I'm not kicking in the direction I should be, where I could be here, but I've let a lot of other things stand in the way, and now I'm back here, and I'm in my own race, I'm in my own lane. Like, I don't compete against anybody. Like, that's another thing about me. Like, I don't look at other people and say, you know, I should be where, or I don't do all of that. Like, I'm the type of person where if I see somebody, like I said, if I see somebody doing it, I know I can do it too, or I try to do it better and put myself in a position, but I'm not like competing. So I'm in my own race, I should be here, and I'm still back here somewhere. So last year, it was the peak of like the negativity coming into my life. Videos being made left and right. The comment section is very telling, because I will be filming content about X, Y, and Z, and the comment section is asking questions about D, in Z. And it's just like, but this wasn't even talked about in the vlog. This wasn't discussed. Why are people asking me questions about here and there and everywhere? And here I am, I gotta make a video explaining this, I gotta make a video explaining that, I gotta talk about this, I gotta do damage control here. This is not what I got into YouTube for. Like, sorry guys, my camera cut off. But yeah, I didn't get into YouTube for scandals and drama and tea. Like, that's not even my real life. Like in my most humblest way that I could possibly say it, I've always been well liked and loved everywhere I go. When people know me in real life, I have a genuine heart. That's not something I have to prove to, because that's just something that you can feel when you know somebody. So I didn't really feel like I needed to evolve off of what I saw other people killing it with. Like, if that's their niche, then that's what they want to do, and that's cool. But that wasn't for me personally. And I don't do good with confrontation. I don't do good with stuff like that. I get stressed, I get anxiety, I can't function, I can't focus. Like, it's just like, now I'm just like a ticking time bomb. And I just realized, like, for the last year, like I said, I've been constantly having to do so much damage control, to the point it's so fucking annoying. It's like every other day I gotta, you know, watch my comment section to make sure nobody's bothering me about this. Like, it's not enjoyable. Like, we're not where we should be as a platform. And by we, I'm talking about me and Jeremy. We weren't where we were supposed to be as a platform, because instead of us thoroughly enjoying our content and seeing a positive evolution of our success, we're seeing like being stagnant and staying at a standstill with success. And even with the viewership and the participation on this platform, it just seems as though like it's just not, I don't know how to really express it, but it's just not up to par. Like, it's not where it should be. So when I started going through some really tough times in my personal life with my relationship, obviously I already knew, like, I could just foresee the future. Like, when I started to have to deal with things, I'm like, okay, now I already know when there's gonna be a day when, you know, we're gonna have to come forward and have to discuss this or talk about that and blah 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 blah. Like, all of that is on my back. All of that is a burden on my back, because once again, I'm the one who started this platform. I'm the one who put in the work, and yet I'm being drugged through the mud based off of this problem and that problem and these opinions and that, this and that, and none of it is me. None of it is nothing I'm doing, saying, like I said, it's nothing that I have done to damage my brand, my reputation. And at first I was like, you know what, Keesha, you could, like, just like how the shade room, like, one day you talking about something and you can't even remember what was posted yesterday, because then the next scandal then came with somebody else, so you're not really paying attention. But it's kind of like it's an ongoing thing. And once we released our book and say, okay, this is the way this is the method that we're gonna have to talk about it, because we didn't want to talk about the issue in the entire book, because that's just not, that didn't even make sense for me. We had a bigger message and a bigger story that we wanted to tell beyond what a lot of people wanted to focus on. And that's okay. Like I said, that was our decision. I take accountability for us deciding to have to share something so heavy with our platform in the midst of us having to deal with it. But it's life. Things happen. I'm real. We have proved ourselves to be very transparent over and over and over and over again. But there is a such thing as too much transparency. There is a such thing as, you know, allowing other people to pressure you to have to be so forthcoming with things that is none of people's business. And regardless, you know, like I said, we still stand by our decision to be honest about what happened, because that's just, I'm not gonna hide a child. But as far as like making a follow-up video to have to answer people's questions and cater to other people's feelings about our business, I definitely feel like that wasn't necessary, because once we said what it was, we should have just left it alone. And I take accountability for that. So that's why I don't know if you guys noticed, but I even removed the video a few days ago, because, you know, like I said, this has been an ongoing thought process for this whole channel revamp, but I'm gonna get to that very shortly. But yeah, I was like, you know what, let's remove that, because I don't care. I don't care to have to appease people, and I have to start standing firm as a 27-year-old mother of 3 kids. I have to start standing firm, and when I make a decision about things I'm going to do, I need to stand firm in that. regardless if I have an audience to please, I don't have to be a people pleaser. I don't have to always come, like I said, people feel like, oh, Keesha, you owe us, Keesha, you owe us. And I always feel like, well, let me try to give an explanation. Well, let me try to help other people understand. And that's not necessary. That's not necessary, and that's for everybody who's watching this. Like, don't ever feel like that's something so necessary for you to have to always over explain yourself. And that's just one of my biggest flaws. One of my, I know you guys know that. Like, girl, people tell me all the time, Keesha, like, you don't have to always explain. And sometimes it doesn't even do any good, because the people who gonna think negative regardless. And that is absolutely the truth. So like I said, I removed that video, because like I said, once we made the book, which was so eloquently written, so tastefully written, we didn't do any negative talking, we didn't bash anyone in both of our journeys throughout the book. We didn't bash not one person. We just told our story. I spoke heavily about my past, just as much as Jeremy and us as people. We owned our truths, we owned our real lives. And you know, like, we decided we just wanted to well, I didn't really speak about the situation at all in the book. I know some people didn't really read it, they just wanted to get it to find some tea, but I didn't really speak about it at all, because I just felt like it wasn't my place to. It wasn't really my situation. But yet again, since I'm dating the person who is a part of it, here I am once again having to be a part of, you know, having to explain something that happened. But even though I didn't speak on it, I definitely felt like, you know, moving forward, like, I'm going to support him, you know, being a proud father to all of his children. And that's just period, point blank. And we should have just left it period, point blank. So my bad. Flag on the play. I will take full responsibility, because even Jeremy, right before we filmed the video, he was like, you know what, maybe we just shouldn't even film it no more. And I was like, no, because if we don't film it, people gonna, you know, feel like we, you know, like, don't want to answer their questions, or we're trying to run from it, and let's just try to be positive about it. But I should have just, and I had a good feeling like, let's not even do it, because I feel like ever since that happened, it's been a domino effect where now people are trying to miss the whole purpose of our content, to focus on stuff that does not matter. I'm just saying out loud, for those who don't know and those people in the back, other people's personal business will no longer be discussed on this platform. And by other people, that's heavily including Jeremy. That's exactly the reason why I decided, you know, let's go ahead and remove your name off the channel, because I am the star of this show, and everybody else in my life are going to just be featured guests or featured people. And that's no shade to anybody. I'm like, I started this, I built this channel up, and I'm not going to let my brand, I'm not going to let my reputation suffer at the hands of, you know, other people's mistakes that they've grown from, they've learned from, and they've moved on from. Only thing is, I have a large platform, so when people are affiliated with me or attached to people with large platforms, that's what happens. And I felt like it came to a point where it was like, I can't win for losing, because when me and Jeremy made our platform together and we were going through our personal stuff, I was like, you know what, maybe you don't need to be on a channel like that, because I don't want to give this facade that we, you know, just all peachy and creamy, and then people find out this and that, and then they like, what? Like, that's, you know, that's gonna happen. Like, what's going, like, y'all put up this facade. So I kind of was, you know, like, you don't gotta be in all the videos, let's not be all fakey, because I'm not fake. If you meet me in real life, I am what I am. Like, I'm gonna be what you see is what you get type of person. But I kind of just, you know, it was what it was. And then people complain, well, why is his name on the channel, why is this, why is that? And then now that, you know, everything has come to the light, and, you know, whatever, it's just, now it's kind of like, well, we don't want to see him, but his name's on the channel. So now that he's trying to regrow and we're trying to restructure and take our relationship to the next level, it's kind of like, well, we can't do that when we're regrowing and creating healthy boundaries and learning to fall in love with one another and focusing on our family and what actually matters. But we have to do this in front of the world, which makes it harder. And like I said, I personally, when I read through my comment section, I don't want to see, you know, 200, let's just hypothetically say it's 200 comments, 150 of them are about him and other stuff, and just stuff that doesn't matter. Like, I am a brand. I have been a brand since I started my business. I have a business, a hair company. I'm also in the process of writing another book that will be launching very soon. I cannot wait to share with you guys what the book entails. But that was what I was talking about these last few vlogs, that I was working on something. Yes, you guys, and I'm not talking about the marketing book. That book will be a hard copy book for people. That will be a tangible book for people to order, and I will ship you that book because I'm putting a lot of time and effort. So by the end of this year, my goal would have been to have written 3 books. And so yeah, I've been really working hard on my second book, and that will be an ebook, and I will explain at a later date as to why I chose for it to be an ebook. But I know you guys are gonna love this book, you guys. But it's time for me to focus on what actually matters and separate personal life from my content. I want to enjoy what I do again. I don't want to have to walk away from my channel and my platform. So the best thing the best way I can say it is, like I said, I have to be the star of this show again. I have to take full control of what I started and put my name back in the sun, so that it's not get like what I'm about to do, the changes that are about to happen. Like I said, I've been talking to my manager even when I came back from the trip. Like, me and her had a long conversation, a really good heart-to-heart conversation about the direction of my channel and the brands and the company. Like, I'm trying to build an empire for my kids. So I will be including a lot more content videos, to the point where I'm in the process of finding one of the top editors for my content videos. Jeremy is also going to move forward. Like I said, he will not be, he's still gonna be here, obviously. Like I said, y'all will still see him in videos, but it's not, y'all not seeing him to a point where it's kind of like our personal life is being showcased and broadcasted. It's y'all it's not really a way to explain it, but I just want to change up the content on this channel. I want to make it way more intentional and meaningful and entertaining, and just let all that negativity go. Like, this is the day that I'm claiming. All that other stuff is not no more explaining to do. I've already said what I had to say. Jeremy, when his name was attached, he said what he had to say, but no longer does he need to say anything because his name is not attached to this channel. So if anybody has any personal questions or sentiments, DM him or write him a letter or whatever. Jeremy's working on his business. Jeremy is like I said, he's gonna move forward, because like I said, it's gonna take a lot more time to edit the vlogs now. As you guys saw with like the Vegas vlogs, you all saw how like I added, like you all saw how it was if you watched the Vegas vlogs. But I'm trying to be more intentional like that. I'm trying to bring back what I love to do, and that's like I'm good at what I do. So I need to focus on that and not get so consumed with the negativity that it's kind of like I'm just putting up anything just to say, okay, I put up a vlog. There's no point in me being known as a what's the word I'm trying to say? Like, people always say, Keesha, you're so, I can't even think of the word. I can't even, consistent. Like, there's no point to be known as a consistent YouTuber if I'm putting up consistent crap, or if it's consistently the same old thing. And I'm calling it for what it is, you guys. People don't just tell me stuff in my comments. I have real conversations with myself. I have managers, I have a team, and it's just a point of me realizing, like, let's pull our panties up and figure out, what are you gonna do, Keesha? Are you gonna do this YouTube and put it all in, or are you not? And I decided, like, I'm gonna do what I love. I'm not gonna let nobody run me off my platform. I'm just gonna change the narrative. We're gonna switch gears. So what other people got to talk about, I don't care. This is the Keesha show again. This is Keesha Kaylee's brand, Kaylee's channel, and me and Jeremy are still good. Actually, like, as soon as we started talking about these decisions to like focus more so on rebuilding ourselves off camera, and we don't have nothing to prove to nobody and none of that other stuff. Like, I don't want to hear no negativity or no questions, comments, and concerns. Like, but Jeremy will be helping me film all of my content videos moving forward, and he will be editing vlogs. I will still edit some vlogs, but he'll be moving forward to fully editing vlogs. Jeremy still has his own businesses and things that he does, like I've told y'all plenty of times, but we both decided that this is for the best. If we got to put in even more time into building this YouTube channel back up, and that's just what we have to do, and it's necessary. So I hope you guys definitely support us, or myself especially, on this journey, and respect the decision that I made. All in all, like I said, I just want to come and have a heart to heart, because I know a lot of people are asking questions, and I'm seeing this conspiracy and that conspiracy, and I don't really care. I'm not gonna sit here and say yes or no to anything, because quite frankly, this is not about my personal life, and I'm so sorry for so long I let it be, and I felt like I had to come and say, no, you guys, we didn't do it because no, there's no more of that. I could care less. I don't care what nobody think. I don't care what nobody say. If y'all want to go be talking to people about that, I don't care anymore. I have bigger and better things to do. I have bags to secure for my kids. Me and Jeremy have a family, a household to take care of, and we're going to continue to be God-fearing people and try to, you know, just always make better decisions and learn from our mistakes. And I feel like Vegas was my last, like was my final, because I've been praying and doing what I need to do and trying to get my spirituality back intact, and, you know, just trying to heal. And I just had a lot of stuff going on with my life. I was all over the place. I just didn't know. It was just so much negativity. You guys, y'all already know. It just was so much, and trying to still put up content and deal with my personal, like, it just was a nightmare. But now I feel like I'm at such a great place, and I'm in, like, I just feel like y'all are I'm not gonna be afraid to be me. If one vlog I want to go out and have fun, I'm not worried about what people think anymore. Y'all are gonna see a real boss mom live her best life and be a badass brand, and that's what my promise is moving forward. All the other stuff, like I said, can fall by the wayside. You do not got to report back to me all that other nonsense, he say, she say. I do not care about none of that. The only thing I care about is being the best mom that I can possibly be, and working things out for my family off camera, because that's nobody's business. And, you know, I hope you guys respect that. Sorry, you guys, but yeah, so you guys can give, so we can give you guys exactly what y'all deserve, and hopefully you guys can accept this and accept my apology for, you know, all the, you know, the roller coaster heels. And like I said, now that I finally have decided, because I'm so serious. It was just like I told Jeremy a while ago, like by the end of this year I was just not gonna be posting no more videos, because I said I can't take it no more. Like, I cannot take, every time I turn around is Jeremy this, Jeremy that, Jeremy just, Jeremy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I hear one more thing about Jeremy this, Jeremy that, did you know Jeremy's this or Jeremy's that? Like, Jeremy's decisions and personal business is no longer gonna be the entertainment of our channel. I did not get on YouTube and bust my ass at a 4-year institution and do all that I've done to be where I'm at today, to sit here and be giving people tea about my man. That's no more, and I have to, like I said, take full accountability for that. And like I said, now all of that stops, and we're gonna move forward in a positive direction. Hopefully you guys move along with me, and it is what it is, you guys. I feel so happy with who I am today. And sometimes you just need to just have a wake-up call, and I've been having some conversations, some real conversations with myself off camera, and making some decisions for how we got here. Like, me asking myself, like, how do we get here? How did, you know, like, I want to pick up my phone and, like I said, enjoy what I'm doing, instead of having to worry about, oh, here we go, people got to talk about this, or people want to instigate about that, or people like I said, nothing else nobody says about anything, unless it's about what I post on the actual vlog and video. It's none of my concern, because that's no longer a part of this channel, no longer a part of this identity. This is the Keesha Kaylee brand, you guys, and y'all are going to see some really great content. I'm like I said, I still have, at this point that I'm filming this, what you all are seeing, I still have not found my new editor for the content videos. I'm just trying to find the best of the best, you guys, so that, like I said, Jeremy can, you know, we're gonna really be working hard to get some content videos, and like I said, some really good vlog footage as well, and just plan out some really great things we can do and share with you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here, and I will start off fresh with you guys next week. So go ahead, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, if she unsubscribed or he unsubscribed, to come on back. We getting this channel back on track, y'all. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.